Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, we're going to be looking at the Case XX Balloon Whittler pattern number 5383. The 5 is for the stag, 3 is for the blades, and the 83 is for the Balloon Whittler pattern. That's the model number, 5383. But this knife was made from beginning of 1965 all the way up to 1970. That's the era of time that knife was made, or this knife was made. I've already cleaned it up. I've sanded on the stag. I've toasted it, resanded it. Some days, I just like to grab a knife and work on it without even filming. I've done several like that. I just love it. I started on this thing and I couldn't stop to film, and I just wanted to finish it, and hope you understand. But it's just a beautiful piece now, and I just cannot wait to share that with y'all. But we're gonna revisit the video I did when I reopened the when I opened the package, and you'll get to see the before that way, and I'll talk about what I want to do to it. And I did that, and it turned out beautiful, and we're going to be looking at the finished product right over here on the table. And then we're going to go over the history of why they designed the Whittler knife and what it was used for. But Case, guys, is W.R. Case & Sons in Case, Bradford, Pennsylvania. They was making these back in the early 1900s, and I'm sure Case Brothers was making it before then. So this is a very, very old pattern. It really is. And we're going to be going over the history of the Whittler pattern. So I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Look at that thing. It's going to clean up good. It's beautiful. The blades are in great shape. See that right there? Just used is all. And these blades are in good shape too. They just need to be cleaned up. But you see that right there? I'm going to sand that down and toast this side. I tell you what, this thing is sharp as a razor. And you see here, that is a 64 through all the way through 69. And there it is right there, 5383. 5. The number 5 is for stag, 3 is for the number of blades, the 83 is the Whittler pattern. Ain't that awesome? But we're going to sand these blades down, try to get some of them scratches out. It's going to be very fun. This thing's going to look really good, but you see, them blades are full. I love it, man. It's a great, great knife to add to my collection. I love it. Well, Mr. Big John, thank you so much for this knife, man. We'll be working on this here real soon. Cannot wait to toast that backside. And I might have to sand on that just a little bit, try to get some of the dinginess off of it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Hoorah. Okay, guys, here is the finished product of the 5383 Case XX Whittler, the Balloon Whittler, because it's swelled right there. Ain't that cool? But look at the bolsters. It's awesome, ain't it? Check that out. Ain't that beautiful? I toasted that in there and I sanded that down. Absolutely gorgeous is what it is. And there's that piece right there, guys. Something happened right there, but it's just a split between the two springs right there, but it's fine. Ain't it beautiful? I love it. But this knife, again, was made from 1965 all the way up to 1970. There it is right there, no dots. And that blade, I got most of the scratches out, guys. This thing was all scratched up. But I gave it a new edge. That thing is sharp. Here. It's singing. See there? I love it, guys. It took me a while on this knife. But there's that blade. It had a little bit of surface rust right there. But we got it off. See, it's pitted right there. But this blade was all scratched up too, but it is. I gave it a nice new edge on this one too. We're gonna go ahead and open all of them up. I got a cut right there. It split. It really ain't cut. It split on me. But there's that blade. Got most of the scratches out on that one too. These blades are pretty well used, but I gave it a nice new edge on both sides. Let's see. And then we'll look at the middle right there. Ain't that cool? And see this blade, you see how thick that is right there? See how thick that tang is? That's because it uses both the springs right here to create the tension on the main blade here. And it's got a great snap. Hear that? All the blades have good snap. Ain't that gorgeous? Beautiful, beautiful bone, beautiful stag, I mean. I can't tell if that's a fissure or a crack. It might be a little crack. Let's see if we can't get closer. Yeah, it might be a crack right there, but it's fine. Ain't no big deal at all. It's beautiful. Beautiful piece. It's gonna go on display in here. Beautiful piece. We're fitting to look this book up. Oh, I'm really fitting to look this book up. We're fixing to look the Whittler pattern up back in the day. It's the 83 pattern right here. Right here. See the 83 pattern? That's the balloon Whittler. You see the 8 I think is for mother of pearl. Wonder what the 9 is for. Let's see. We're gonna look see what 9. We'll look at the handle material real quick. Just bear with me. Okay, 8 is the pearl, and 9 is the imitation pearl. And you see, this is the older case knives right here that are the listed made before 1920 is what this list is for. And you see then you got 63, 83 right there. That's probably bone. And then you got the 5383, that's stag. The 2383 is some type of composition. Let's see. Black composition. See. 2383. P383. What's that for? P. Is it the wood? Yep. It's pack of wood. See there? The P right up here. Pretty cool, ain't it? I love this book. Now what else we got? That's it on the balloon Whittler pattern, but we're fixing to look this specific knife up here. There it is right there. This is a 6383 pattern. That's a bone right here, but it's a 3.5 inches long. It's called the balloon Whittler, and you see the tested down through there. The black composition, flat blade, $575. The saber blade. See, I have a flat blade on mine. This stag, 1920 to 1940, you had a saber blade and a flat blade, which the flat blade is worth more than, or the saber blade is worth more than a fat blade. The saber blade, it has a grind to it. And you got green bone. Look at all them figures out here. You got a short pull flat blade and a long pull flat blade. I just got a little nail nick in mine. But this one here, guys, was made in from 65 to 70 right here. 5383, that's it. USA, 1965 to 1970. Stag, flat blade, and look, $350. That's what it was worth in 2008 if it was mint, okay? Now that flat blade, you got a 475 flat blade, imitation pearl, wow. Imitation pearl was, wow, that's X's under back then. Very cool. Love this stuff, guys. Yeah, that imitation pearl was worth it. Now, what's that? $1,100. Green bone, 1940 to 42. 6383 saber blade. How about that? $600 saber blade, rough black. How about that? Ain't that cool? I love it. But yeah, this is the balloon whittler pattern, guys, a 5383. They also make another whittler pattern, and I'll show you that one too. Hang on. They make this one here. It's a swell back or swell center sway back whittler, and it only was made from 20 to 40. And mother of pearl, and you got green bone. I'm afraid to see what these things are worth. Look at there, $950 and $1,000. That was back in 2008. There's another whittler in here too, y'all. Hang on, let me find it. There it is right there. It's called the Swell Center Serpentine Whittler. And that pattern is a 08 pattern. And they made it all the way up to the 1980s. Pretty cool, ain't it? Look here. They make several. They make a sleeve board. Look there. 3 5/8. Them are big right there. You got 3 1/4. And you got the serpentine. Look at that, 3 7. That's almost 4 inches. Serpentine, the whittler, pattern number 80. Look at there, $3,200. 1920 to 1940. Golly, wouldn't you like to find that thing? That's pretty. And then you have that one there, 3 1/2. Pretty cool. So that is not the biggest one they make. It's the serpentine, which is almost 4 inches. This is a beautiful piece, Mr. Big John. Thank you so much for sending it in. It will always be in the museum here. It just turned out absolutely gorgeous. It really did. Beautiful, beautiful piece here. Love it. Hoorah.
Now you're getting into the why of the whittler, Kevin, not just the numbers and stamps. Let me give it to you straight. Why the whittler was made. The whittler pattern came about in the 1800s, carried on heavy in the early 1900s, and stuck around because it solved a practical problem for working folks. Purpose-built for carving and detail work, the name says it all. It was designed for whittling. Farmers, sailors, front porch carvers, and tradesmen needed a pocket knife that could take big chunks of wood off with one blade and then switch to smaller blades for detail cuts. Split-backspring engineering. The whittler isn't just 3 random blades stuck in a frame. It has a tapered wedge, centerliner, between the back springs. That gives the big master blade the tension of 2 springs, while the small secondaries ride 1 each. The result? Strong snap and durability for the master blade. Light, precise action on the smaller blades. That's mechanical genius, mate, and why the whittler is respected among knife nerds. What it was used for. Wood carving, whittling, obviously, shaping toys, handles, pegs, little figures. Everyday cutting chores, the master blade handled rope, leather, or a bit of food prep. Fine work with the small blades, trimming pencils, cutting notches, or cleaning fingernails. Gentleman's knife. In the late 1800s, early 1900s, a whittler was seen as a refined pocket knife. Practical, but also something you could fiddle with at the general store stove without looking like you carried a butcher's knife in your britches. Why collectors love them? It's one of the most mechanically complex slip joint patterns ever mass-produced. They show off a cutler's skill. Getting all 3 blades to fit, walk, and torque properly takes more craftsmanship than a simple jack or stockman. They embody that old world idea, one pocket knife that could do it all. So the short answer, in Ms. Barlow style, the whittler was made as the Swiss Army knife of its day for woodworkers and tinkerers. 1 big blade for hogging wood, 2 smaller ones for detail, all crammed into a tidy little frame with clever engineering. It was the working man's whittling tool and the gentleman's pastime knife rolled into one. Do you want me to spin that into a tight 2-3 sentence version you could drop right into your video script as narration?
Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I know I'm learning a lot about these new patterns I'm starting to really enjoy. It's just gonna start making me want to find them now. I love it. Look at them, the bolsters there, and look at that stag. Beautiful, ain't it? I love it. And it's got a fresh new edge. Got most of them scratches out right there. It's just an awesome, awesome piece now. Beautiful. I love it. And Big John, thank you again, man. This thing come all the way from Wilmington, North Carolina, where I used to go sometimes when I was up there in Jacksonville, North Carolina. When I wasn't out in the field and I wasn't deployed, we actually got to go to the mall in Jacksonville. There was a flea market right there in Jacksonville too. That's where I got my first taste of a flea market. I used to go out there and sell stuff, believe it or not. When I was in the Marine Corps, I wasn't making anything, and I tried anything and everything to make ends meet. And I used to go out there and sell stuff. And one time, when the Atlanta Braves was really good, I lived in Covington, Georgia, and I'd come home on leave, me and Val, and I'd fill my trunk up full of them Coca-Colas that had the Braves on there. They couldn't get them up there, so I had a little niche going on. The Atlanta Braves were hot, and they were Braves fans up there, and I would go to the flea market and sell them Atlanta Brave Coca-Cola cans. I'd sell them for a 6-pack by the case, and I was partly not paying much for them here, but I was tripling and sometimes quadrupling my money up there. It was amazing, and I rode that coattail as long as I could. And I was selling to, back then the baseball card shops was really popular back then. There was quite a few in Jacksonville, and there was quite a few people selling baseball cards at the flea market. But I used to go up there and set up and sell the other stuff, but I also sold them Coca-Cola cans and did very well. We also, to make ends meet, me and Val sometimes would be with a cleaning company, and we actually cleaned condos at the beach to help make ends meet. Because I'm telling you, I wasn't making nothing as a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps, even a corporal and even a sergeant. When I got out back in '94, when I was a sergeant, I was bringing home every 2 weeks $600 and something bucks. That's it. 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks I'd get $600 and something bucks. That is unreal. It really is. But now I was living in base housing. They would give me the housing allowance in my check, but they would take it right away. They were just showing the paper trail, I guess. But after everything, $600 and something bucks every 2 weeks. And when I got out, I had 2 kids. And you can't, I was broke. We was broke all the time. We were always broke. We've always been broke, but we've always been blessed. And I just want to thank God for that. Well, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today. I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. Until we meet again, guys. Y'all be like a good night. Stay sharp.
Shipwreck in the dark, far from the harbor, far from the start. In a storm, I lost my sails, I lost all direction, caught in the veil. I didn't know love till you found me. I didn't know love, lost in the sea. I didn't know love didn't know love. Didn't know